This is the news on Good Governance Radio. The time is 8 o'clock. Good morning and welcome to Good Governance Radio, News on the Hour. I am Akimbo Oluwatobiloba David, and first off, our top stories. Buhari set for another medical trip to London. INEC worries over staff safety ahead CVR exercise. And again, bandits kidnapped 33 persons in Kaduna. The news in full shortly. This is the news on Good Governance Radio. Welcome back. Now the news in full. President Muhammad Buhari will travel to London, the United Kingdom today. The special advisor to the president on media and publicity, Femi Adesina, disclosed this in a statement on Thursday, stating that the president's trip to London was for a scheduled medical follow-up, adding that he would be back in the country during the second week of July. President Muhammad Buhari's scheduled trip to London comes almost 3 months since he last visited the United Kingdom for the same purpose. President Muhammad Buhari has tasked the National Space Research and Development Agency to effectively utilize the satellite facilities at its disposal towards resolving the critical issues confronting the country, particularly in the areas of security, improved communication, and digital penetration, as well as agriculture. The president gave this charge while chairing the 2021 National Space Council meeting at the State House in Abuja on Thursday. The President Muhammad Buhari further directed that the 25-year roadmap for the implementation of the National Space Policy be reviewed, updated, and forwarded to the Federal Executive Council for consideration and approval. Chairman of the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, Muhammad Yakubu, has raised concern about the safety of staff and equipment for the commission ahead of the commencement of the continuous voters registration exercise next week. Yakubu said the commission will now embark on the registration in phases, with the online portal opening on June 28th, followed by scheduled appointments with those who have concluded their online processes before the physical capturing of prospective voters. INEC plans to deploy 5,346 staff and equipment to various centers across the country for the exercise. Report says that at least one person has been killed and 33 others abducted following an attack by suspected bandits who might be kidnappers in the Kachia local government area of Kaduna State. The incident, which occurred last night within Kachia metropolis, also left several people injured. District head of Kachia Ward, Idris Suleiman, confirmed the incident when security operatives led by the Kaduna State Commissioner for Internal Security and Home Affairs, Samuel Arono visited the area. The police have arrested a university student accused of killing Osifo Ataga, the chief executive officer of Super TV. Ataga was said to have been found in a pool of his blood with multiple wounds on his body after the media Mongol was stabbed to death at a hotel where he reportedly lodged in the Lekki area of Lagos. Chidima Ojuku, a 300-level mass communication student of the University of Lagos, was paraded on Thursday at the Lagos State Police Command headquarters in Ikeja. The Commissioner for Police in the state, Hakeem Dosumu, told reporters at the briefing that the suspect was and has confessed that she stabbed Ataga. You're listening to Good Governance Radio's News on the Hour. Still to come, UEFA abolish golden goal rule in its competitions. Do stay with us.
This is the news on Good Governance Radio.
Welcome back. If you're just joining us, this is the news on the hour on Good Governance Radio. And now straight to the foreign scene. An indigenous nation in Canada says it has found 751 unmarked graves at the site of the former residential school in Saskatchewan. The Cowsay's First Nation said the discovery was the most significantly substantial to date in Canada. This comes weeks after the remains of 515 children were found in a similar residential school in British Columbia. The Marieville Indian Residential School was operated by the Roman Catholic Church from 1899 to 1997 in the area where Cowsay's is now located in southern Saskatchewan, but it is not yet clear if all the remains were linked to the school. And finally, on sports today, UEFA says the away goal rule will be scrapped from all its club competitions from the start of the 2021-2022 session. The rule was applied to determine the winner of a two-legged knockout tie in cases where the two teams had scored the same number of goals on aggregate over the two matches. If one team had scored more away goals, they would qualify for the next round. UEFA President Alexander Chiafarin revealed the decision was not unanimous, but admitted there was a preference to change the rule after its fairness was questioned. The away goal rule has been an intrinsic part of UEFA competitions since it was introduced in 1965. And to end the news on Good Governance Radio, a quick recap of our top stories. President Muhammadu Buhari will travel to London, the United Kingdom today for a scheduled medical follow-up and will be back in the country during the second week of July. Chairman of the Independent National Electoral Committee, INEC, Muhammad Yakubu, has raised concern about the safety of staff and equipment for the commission ahead of the commencement of the continuous voters registration exercise next week. And finally, report says at least one person has been killed and 33 others abducted following an attack by bandits suspected to be kidnappers in the Kachia local government area of Kaduna State. That's the news on Good Governance Radio, as edited by Chris Bassi, and I am Akimbo Oluwatobiloba David.
This is the news on Good Governance Radio.
Do well to follow us on all our social media platforms, on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube at Good Governance Radio. And you can listen to us live, stream audio live on our website, www.ggr.com.ng, or you can be a part of the conversations going on this platform by sending your SMS and your WhatsApp message to 0913 023 6602. This is the Good Governance Radio. Do have a wonderful morning. Next up is the paper review on Good Governance Radio. Do stay with us.
This is the Good Governance Radio. GGR. Stay with us.